it's already October and this marks the official start of Q4 2022. Now in this video today, I'm going to share with you my plans from October for Q4 2022 and how I plan to smash it in the Amazon game in the USA. Stay tuned. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson. I've been selling on Amazon now, doing online arbitrage for the last 5 years. Now I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller with 2 7-figure Amazon stores. Yes, absolutely love that. And hopefully I'm going to expand into another marketplace in the near future, in addition to the USA and the UK I'm in right now. And if you're interested in learning how I'm doing it and what I'm doing, do make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. But hey, enough about me, let's get started. First things first, number one, I'll talk about a recap of my plans for September, what I said I was going to do, what actually happened. Number two, I'll talk about my plans for October 2022 and share with you what's going to happen. And then finally, I'll give you some, should we say, personal thoughts and insights into that. Let's jump in now. So first things first, a recap of my plans for September. Okay, so the first goal that I talked about was doing 149,000 in sales. Now in August we did 135,000 and we were looking to, should we say, obviously grow that even further, 149,000 obviously in September. Now to give you an update, as of making this video right now, we didn't hit the goal. We only did 111K within sales, which is far short of our goal of 149,000. And this is due to a problem, should we say, from our repricer, and we have problems around how we set the repricer up and what we're doing. Now basically the repricer we use automatically moves the products of our new products and what we're doing in a competitive way that allows us to manage our inventory. You know, I think when you're doing 6 figures, you definitely need a repricer. You can't do it manually. Now what happened was our pricer was not functioning as we expected. Basically it was not following the criteria that we set out to reprice on our products, and you know, this caused us to, should we say, reprice too low in certain products, and to the point sometimes we incurred losses, which was a real shame. Now as of making this video now, we are still working with our repricer to fix these problems and just to make sure that the automations are working as expected. And should we say, I'm sure they're going to be resolved probably this month. And I know it has actually been an issue with what's known as the changeover in the new API for Amazon, going from the old API to the new SP API. It's a bit complex, but also as well internally within the automations have caused some problems as well. So long story short, we had a bit of a problem that we've identified issues there, and we're not saying all of it is that, but we're working with it to solve it. Right, you guys, today I'm talking about my plans for October 2022, and I want to know, what are your plans? You know, if you don't write it down, it isn't going to happen. You know, a goal not written down is just a dream. So let me know what your goals are down below in the comments. I want to see what your goals are for October 2022. Okay, so the second thing I talked about was looking for a new prep center. Last month we had one prep center and we were looking for another one. Why did we do this? Well, if you follow my journey and go back to last year, we had stock that was going to be shipped in, should we say, we shipped it into the warehouse, I think it was like November, and it didn't actually land into Amazon until January, and that was because my prep center just took forever. So absolute nightmare, and definitely don't want to have this happen this year, and it caused a real problem with our revenues, and obviously as well we had stock that we couldn't sell. So something really important there. Now to give you an update on that situation right now, we have got another prep center that we're using and we're trialing it right now, and you know, we want to see how they're getting on. Also as well, should we say, we've been able to move, should we say, some purchases over, so we're using that as well. And the other one that I really like as well is it's in a tax-free state as well. So I'm really happy about that, because obviously you can lose the sales tax, you don't have to pay that, which makes life so much easier. So super happy about that. Watch this space. Obviously we're going to see how we get going in Q4 2022 with this new prep center, and now we've got 2 running. Maybe we get to 3 as well. Happy with that. This leads me nicely onto my second chapter, which is really my plans for October 2022. What am I looking at over this kind of like beginning of Q4 period? Let's go into it now. So first things first, I've merged the teams. So what am I going to do? I'm looking to monitor the teams. So aside from, should we say, the VAs in my Amazon store, we've also now got the VAs from the Fast Track FBA Lead Service. So we've now combined them into one team. And as a result, my teams have pretty much tripled in size overnight. The net result of this is we've got huge teams that need to be managed, and we want to make sure they're not all jumping into the same stalls, like a Walmart, for example. We've got to make sure they're doing the right thing and they're not overlapping on their workload, but also finding great deals as well. So we're really to say, or focusing on managing how they work and monitoring the deals and monitoring the work that they're doing. Now, as of right now, so it has already started. You know, I'm happy with the current results of the merger between the 2 teams. You know, now they're one big team. team. But there are three areas that we really want to focus on going forward. And this is something that I'll kind of like talk in brief about you now. So I want to monitor the internal systems and how they're working, so everything's working smoothly, but also the communication. And what are we looking for? The measure of that is increase in the number of, the quantity of deals that are being entered into my own Amazon business, and also that we're sharing through the lead service. And again, that link's down below. That's really going to support. We're going to do that really around looking at either assigning a category or potentially assigning a store to different VAs and kind of separating that as well. So that's going to be a really important point for us. We are watching this process and seeing how it goes, and managing teams of like 25, 30 plus VAs is challenging. Plus, like, I think we've got 5 sources in the UK, or purchasers, sorry. If you are interested and obviously you want to make Q4 a great time and you want access to my deals, then do check out Fast Track FBA Leads. That link's down below. Now, the second thing we're going to target, should we say in October 2024 for the USA business, revenue-wise, I know we didn't achieve it last month, but I'll put it out, 164,000 in sales, which is absolutely huge. Now, despite my store previously only doing 111 last month in September, I'm still optimistic. We've got a lot of cash in the bank. We've been playing around with it. We've got some really good techniques that we're using as well. But also as well, I need to make sure that we're deploying that cash with those sourcing teams, to really make sure that we're spending that money and driving the revenue as well. And obviously fixing the problems with our repricer, that should all compound to every give me a really good October. Obviously set me up for November, which is a really great month. And then obviously Tuesday, December as well. And that's a really important point. So spend with teams and the repricer, which will deliver the revenue. So that's something that we're really looking at. Now, this leads me nicely on to, should we say, my third chapter, and that's talking about my personal thoughts about how to handle your problems in your Amazon business. Now, you might be asking the question, how am I still optimistic despite, should we say, all the challenges that are happening in my Amazon business, handling stress? And I won't lie, I'm actually like quite stressed right now, even like, but maybe it's the coffee. The way I kind of think about it is life is a journey. When things go according to plan, you don't really learn anything. It's when things go wrong, that's when you really learn, but also you're tested. You're always going to be tested, and it's your ability to overcome those moments which make you who you are. And the way I kind of make it, the story I tell myself in my head is like, if you eat 2 hamburgers a day and don't go to the gym and you're a bit fat, then that's because of your actions. And if you want to get like a 6-pack and get ripped, you're probably going to have to stop eating hamburgers, probably go for a high protein, diet. I'm not an expert. And then probably work out, probably the majority of the week. And what's interesting is that it's going to be a pain to get you there, but once you get there, it's going to be a result of the habits you're doing. So when I look at my business, when I look at the problems we're having, is like, this is just the pain I'm going to have to go through to get me to where I want to be. And the one thing that I'll say about the business is really the business is a vehicle to get to where you want to be in life. That might be like, I want to travel first class everywhere. I want to stay in nice hotels. I want to be able to have money to do what I want. Every pain we have now, even when we have months whereby maybe something goes completely wrong, we lose money overall, and for the whole month it's like, oh my god, but like, it's only temporary. It doesn't mean we have to stop, but it's our ability to keep going through the pain, adapt and change, which will deliver us to where we want to be and that vision of what we're after. So think about that. Don't ever think about the one day. Think about where you're going. The vision, that's the important point. So hopefully that's helped. Hit the thumbs up if it has. What I will say is preparing for Q4 is super important. It's a must. It's the busiest time of year. But aside from this, you should also think about times within Q4, such as Black Friday. Now, if you want to know more about Black Friday, how to take advantage of it, what I'll do is I'll leave a video I created recently around here. Check that out, because that's going to give you top tips and tricks how to find deals, take advantage, and things that you maybe are not doing. And again, buy low, resell high. Now, hopefully you liked the video. If you have, give me a thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button down below. But for myself, Thomas Parkinson, and Fast Track FBA, thank you very much.